Wolfgang's a little bit more laid back. Because when you get into fights, he just destroys everything you come into contact to immediately. Alright, so I'm just playing this world normally. I just regenerate the world if I get twiggy trees, but whatever. This will be a good way to show how slowly it goes with the twiggy trees. So first I'm going to collect a whole bunch of grass because I'm going to be doing a ruins rush, and I'm going to need a whole bunch so I can build a ton of football helmets. And since I'm right next to a savanna at the start, it's a good place to get some. Kill this butterfly. I normally would take the carrots, but I'm probably going to be playing this world for a while, and it's good to leave carrots around in case you get in a really bad hunger situation while you're exploring or something. They will not ever rot in the ground like that. They are just there. Berry bush, though, I'm definitely going to be taking that. It'll grow back on its own, and eventually I'll come through, you know, dig it up. Now, a big problem for me right now is that I do not have any flint. I am really, really going to need some flint before I can really get anything done. Especially since this is a twiggy tree world, and I can barely find twigs otherwise. Normally you want to go right next to spawn to find flint, because there will normally be at least one biome that can spawn flint in it. Flint can spawn here, but it could be that the moleworms have stolen it already, so we're going to want to try and beat these guys up if they pop on out. It looks like he's going to go deposit it. He deposited whatever he stole, so there goes anything I got there. One trick you can use to lure them out if you can't get flint in an early game like this is you can burn down the trees around here if you can get twigs and grass, and then you can punch them when they come up, or just hit them with your torch, whatever. Oh, that is butter. Okay, that is a lot of free health. Over here we got some gear dudes. It'd be good if I was playing WX78, but I don't really need it. I don't see any supplies, so we're gonna just not worry about it. Oh, we got some flint. That's one piece, though. We need two, so we can mine some rocks and get more flint. There we go. There's, I see 3, 4. So we'll get 2, 3, 4. Right over here. 5, 6. We're gonna have a whole bunch of flint. We're all good. I'm not gonna worry about picking up too much of it. I'll just pick up what's here. Not gonna run back. I'll grab the one on top of that spider place here too, because a little ways in, you can run without getting slowed down. You can see right here, I was able to get on there. I think that's just because of game lag when you enter the web, as it doesn't affect you that way when you're leaving that. So not really an issue to really avoid those spiders. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is get an axe. I mean a pickaxe, not an axe. Normally I'll also build an axe here, but I'm not sure if I'll need it. You build an axe as a weapon in an early game. It's the best you can get for any damage for resources. You don't want to build a spear early game, especially because that's just a complete waste of resources. You can upgrade the handbat very soon after you get to that point, so it's just a waste of time. You can see I'm only on 10 twigs here. Normally, if this was a normal sapling world, I'd have a good 30 by now, just because they'd be all over the place. I could just pick them. But I don't want to waste time chopping them down right now. That's just not worth my time. We'll just wait until they all decay. From, what is it called? Disease. Yes, disease. I could have mined that rock back there, but I'm really looking for gold, so I'm just gonna leave it. Looks like we got a cave entrance over here. I'm gonna smack this mole just because I don't like them. Oh, and we got over there, we got a touchstone, which is extremely important, but since I don't have enough rocks, I'm going to need to go back through the wormhole and grab some more rocks. You need 3 rocks so that you can build a hammer, and then you can hammer down the pig heads to get 2 pigskin from each of them. Also, you're going to notice that I opened up the cave entrance there, so bats are coming out, so I'm probably going to want to kill the bats before I hammer the rocks if they get close to me, because otherwise they'll eat the pigskin. So instead of just going and getting the pigskin now and dealing with the bats, I'm just going to go into the caves for the night and get the pigskin in the morning, when it's no longer my problem. So right now I'm going to go look for stalagmites so that I can get gold. I'm looking for exactly 5 pieces of gold so that I can get an alchemy engine and a science machine so that I can make a football helmet, lantern, and hand bat. Also, you might want to, if you get more gold than that, you might want to build the gold tools. I forget what they're called. Luxurious, I think. Okay, so I got some bunny boys over here, so I'm gonna just eat my morsel so they don't attack me, because they're vicious vegans. And I'm gonna steal their carrots, because I'm probably not gonna be back here for a very long time. This is a good source of food. So the biome you're really looking for when you go down these cave entrances is you want either a blue mushroom forest or a red mushroom forest if it's the first cave you're going down. The red mushroom forest often has a whole bunch of stalagmites, so it's very easy to get a whole bunch of gold. But if you don't end up in a red mushroom forest, I'm going to show you a little trick right now I use. So there should be another like regular area over here. If I'm lucky. I might not be. I don't know. And if I can find some rocks, I can just place a light bulb next to the rock and mine it without even needing a lantern. Looks like there's nothing over here, so we're just gonna go back. I was hitting that spider so that I could get a chance of lighting it on fire, so I would be able to see what's around here. But I didn't light it, so I didn't get the chance. It's too bad. I'm gonna go look back this way. Here's another trick you can use. It'll help decrease your sandy faster. And it'll also make your torch not get used up. When you hear Charlie about to attack you, you're gonna want to re-equip the torch. Now, keep in mind this is extremely dangerous as Wolfgang, especially when I did it right there, because if my hunger goes below the limit, I can get stunned for a quick second there by changing phases, and then I am just going to get owned by Charlie, so make sure to keep your food in your stomach. Looks like there's not going to be any rocky biomes around here since I've already found a couple of forest biomes, so I'm just going to go back and grab the pigskin now. Also got a little bit of exploration done. That's always good. Save this torch, that way I can light some trees on fire on the surface, and I'll find them back later. You don't want to burn the trees right at the cave entrance there because they're too close to grass tufts and all that stuff. So you're just wasting resources for no reason. This one is pretty safe. It's pretty far away. Ooh, and we have the queen bee. It's good to know the queen bee's location so you can know what strategy to use for her later. I use the cheese strategy of getting her getting her stuck here while I glitch myself onto the water fighter normally. And it looks like she's going to be close enough for me to do that, so that's all good. Cool, we get a blow dart. Free. Right here we have where a moose goose will spawn later in spring. You can see by the little twigs on the ground, and this little set piece with a whole bunch of bushes and a pond. These are really good food to come by. And I got the swamp right over there. We're gonna kill this gobbler. Good use for our blow dart, so I don't have to waste time on it. Well, not gonna kill that one. Not even worth my time. We're gonna eat these right up. I don't care. They're just a waste of inventory space. Okay. And here we have a totally normal tree. Those are extremely useful. Okay, now. I tried to light that one on fire. If the torch had lasted long enough, I would have been able to light that one on fire. And these couple would have caught on fire. Eventually, it would have spread over to there, but that wouldn't have mattered because fire doesn't spread when you're not on the screen. So you can literally just light it on fire and run away if you want to. And only that tree will burn. Usually. Sometimes it catches quick. That's why I want to margin a few trees. I'm going to pick 8 reeds right now so I can get for a bird cage later. Sometimes you want to pick 16 so you have enough for your runes. 1, 2, but I just don't think there'll be enough in there. It might be the real swamp, but I think it's a mini swamp. Which you'll always have a mini swamp and a real swamp on your world. They'll just be in different locations. We just saw the bishop head right there, and I know we saw the knight head earlier, but I don't remember where. Those will be useful for later for making the shadow pieces. Always try and grab seeds as long as they're close to you. They last for a really long time though on the ground, so oftentimes you'll run back if they're too far for you to think it's worth it to pick up and be able to pick them up then. They're free, 5 hunger. And you can actually feed yourself for the entire day with just seeds, as long as it's not winter, because they don't drop seeds in winter. And also assuming you're not Wolfgang, because Wolfgang takes more hunger. But I am Wolfgang, so that's not gonna sustain me. We got a nice little edge around there, and I am 100% certain that is the mini swamp now because this is part of a forest that comes after the mini swamp. Don't even need to look further, and here we go. We got the pick house. So what I do here is, what I'm going to do since it's already dusk, which is the correct time, I'm gonna build an axe, and I'm gonna hammer down the pick house. And I'm going to attack him to aggro him, and then I'm going to kite him. 4 hits in between is what you want. You can do 5 if you hit it really well. The spider's going for my pigskin, so I'm gonna just take that. And take everything you want. These spiders are really annoying. Normally there aren't many nearby, but I'm just unlucky. I want to hammer down another pig house, even though it'll be aggressive to me because I attacked it in the other house. It'll eventually just go to the spider instead. Really want it to aggro on the spider. I'm gonna run away so it gets off me. Have it miss an attack, then run away. Okay. It is still on me. Okay, we're just gonna lure it out here and kill it. Because the spider's taking too long. I just kill it once I get to the second rotation around because it's already low enough on health that it won't hit me back beforehand. So now you can take your boards and you can take your cut stone and you will have enough to build a alchemy engine. But you'll see I still don't have any... Gosh, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't have any gold. So I'm gonna need to find 5 gold, which will give me the rocks for the science machine. And I'm also going to need 4 logs. Sometimes you can find logs as a boon. Also, we have another totally normal tree there. Those should be useful for living logs later. So yeah, sometimes you'll find logs from a boon, so I just normally don't even worry about it. And my mole's gonna run into his burrow, so I'm not even gonna bother chasing him. You saw Chester back there, but I don't really care. My inventory is full right now, so... Chester can be a real nuisance in the early game because he will scare animals away or drag monsters onto you. So I just like to avoid him until later game. This savanna likely won't have anything after it. It's just too large. But we're gonna check anyways. Ah, we do have the swamp, actually. This is the real one. And the swamp normally has pig heads at the end of it, but it's also pretty dangerous, so I say you should probably stay on the road and watch out for tentacles, so don't really stand still at all if you can help it. And make sure to always stay looking at your screen while you're in the swamp, because tentacles will destroy you. And there's worms, and there's mosquitoes. It's just not fun in here. Okay, there's our free pig heads. We're gonna keep looking around until it's daytime, so I can try and find... What am I going to find? Yeah, a wormhole. Okay, I'm looking for a wormhole. You can see I'm standing still. I look at what my sandy is getting drained at before I stand still like that. Normally, I won't have anything in this extra slot, so I can always click and then click on my map, or, you know, hit tab or M, depending on whatever game you're in. Well, in regular Don't Starve, it stops you, so. In Don't Starve Together, you just hit M, and you then click before that, and you'll be moving. You won't be in danger in the swamp. I did see a cave entrance over here, apparently, and we're going to use the triangulation method at this point for finding the ruins, because it is taking me too long to get there. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in 3 ruins entrances, and it will show me the path that I need to go to find the ruin, because I'll know where all the corners of the cave branches are. And we do actually have a blue mushroom forest right here, so that is very, very useful. Blue mushrooms are used for healing. They will make you insane, but I do not care in the slightest. They also give you a good amount of hunger, so they're just perfect for going straight to the ruins. You'll be insane in the ruins anyways, and being insane is a good thing, so. We also have a rocky biome. Now, I'm going to drop my boards over here just so I don't have to worry about them being in my inventory, cluttering it up. We are looking for stalagmites, not these boulders. So we're looking for a different version of the rocky biome. But normally they're nearby. Looks like they're not nearby this time, so we're just going to go back, grab those boards back, eat whatever food I can out of my inventory so I can save space. Also, we saw rock lobsters back there. They are a nice and easy strategy for killing tentacles like that if you want, but I don't care in the slightest. It's just a waste of my rocks, so... They're kind of slow anyways. Now, here's one method you can use to find another area if you don't know which way to go. So you can always just click on it, and usually it will redirect you there. If it doesn't know the path itself because it's out of range, it just won't take you there. It'll just try and run straight towards it. So we're not going to worry about that. Alright, I am going to eat the carrots out of my inventory just to save an inventory spot. I really need gold at this point. Let's see, I haven't found any gold rocks to take it off of, so... Oftentimes, rocky biomes will spawn, I don't know what they're called. I'll call them rocky biomes for now, alright? So, yeah, biomes with a lot of rocks often spawn next to savannas. That's not a rocky biome, I was hoping it was, but, Oftentimes you can just run along savannah and find one. Do get more free flint here, and we get our third thing, sinkhole, so we'll get to see what path I need to take to the ruins. Okay, so this one is extremely close to the first one, so we can't actually triangulate it yet. I'd assume I'd go down this way and just down to there. Or you can say here, here, there. But I'm not certain yet. Usually you'll get 3 separate entrances that aren't very close to each other. Especially if you explore around them like I did earlier. But apparently I missed that. If you've seen me do ruins rushes before, normally I reset before I run them. This is because you can get worlds like this one, where you'll have twiggy trees to slow you down, and then you'll also have no gold ore in sight. I've actually gotten down in the ruins before in 3 days and killed the Ancient Guardian. That was a very, very good RNG case, though, and I was playing WX78. He has a lot easier time getting down into the ruins, surviving the ruins, having to gear up for the ruins. Okay, we're gonna go check the side over here just to make sure there's no rocky biome I'm missing. Nothing. Make sure to always move your screen around with Q and E, because the distance from here to here is a lot more than just here to here, so you can see a lot further if you do that. You can see that I'm insane now. That kind of sucks because I have no gear, so I think I'm gonna have a bad time. We got the rook head here. So we got 3 pieces of the marble sculptures already. All I need to know is where the sculptures themselves are. And I'll know where the shadow pieces are. And then we can get them in. We can kill them. Nice and easy. And then we'll be able to fight the Ancient Fuel Weaver. Ooh, we got a mosaic here. This is a little biome that always contains rocks. And it also often has tall birds. It's where meteor strikes will happen. And it looks like just a whole bunch of other tiles in a mess. It's just gross. Ew. Also, I don't think I ever explained what I was getting the 2 big meat for earlier by killing those pigs. I got lucky there. Oftentimes you'll get a pig skin off of killing one of the pigs, and that will slow you down a lot. But I did not have that happen, so I have 2 big meat, and that'll help me build the ham bat later for when I'm entering the ruins and trying to kill the stuff there. I don't need that axe anymore. Oftentimes I want to carry it with me just because it helps me get stuff done. Actually, I do need the axe. I need it. I still gotta get my 4 logs. Okay, so we'll go get 4 logs real quick. If you click super fast on it, it'll actually chop faster, as long as you're in a low ping server. That actually works for just about all resources. Okay, let's get that crap out of my inventory. Okay, now we're going to head back to the swamp because that's where the blue mushroom forest was. Yeah, that's the best approach now. Ooh, we got some free cut stone here. Not going to pick up the pickaxe because it's probably going to be a lower percentage than mine. I do need this torch. I don't actually need the axe anymore because I do have a science machine. Normally I keep it as a weapon, but I am just not worrying about that right now. I'm just going to hope I don't get attacked. If I do get attacked, I am going to get attacked. I'm just going to run away. Shadow creatures are especially annoying in early game if you end up like me, because with no weapons, you can't really do anything to them. You can't lure them into other mobs or anything to take care of them. You can see I don't really have that much food on me for being Wolfgang. I really need to go mighty when I enter the ruins because it's really dangerous there, and I'm going to need the damage boost and a health boost. But I'm not going to worry about that because the ruins actually has a really good food at the entrance to it called lichen. It's actually the best filler in the game, but since I don't have a crock pot, we won't be using it for that. We'll just be eating it like carrots. And they actually have almost exactly the same stats as carrots, except they make your sanity go down, which does not matter in the slightest in the ruins because you will always be insane there, basically. Okay, we're gonna leave these reeds here. I will grab them later. Always make sure you have enough twigs and grass before you go to the ruins, because otherwise you are going to get destroyed. It is just a horrible time if you're down there without either of those. Okay, we're going to need a shovel. Just one, and then we'll have enough. Definitely enough. We're going to pre-craft an alchemy engine to get stuff out of our inventory. Okay, and we're good. Now we're going to drop the stuff we don't need. You know, make our inventory a little bit more optimized. Okie doke. Now I'm gonna torch flick until I get there. Cool, cool. We got a resource area over here. And we have the entrance to the blue mushroom forest there. These areas are really nice at stocking up beforehand. If I hadn't already stocked up on grass, such as if I hadn't seen a savanna, this would be a great area to stock up on a ton of grass. Also, I'm getting a couple more grass, because normally I take about 40. If I can, I will. And I'm going to take all the saplings, because I probably need more twigs than I have now, even. We'll just go with it, though, if I don't get them. Okay, we're going to really need the alchemy engine now, because oftentimes in these dark areas, there'll be a whole bunch of mushrooms. So I'm going to need a couple of rope. Yep, a couple of them. Okay. So I'm only going to go with 24 mushrooms today. I should pick this back up so it doesn't lose too much. Because I really probably won't use that many, and I don't want to waste all the blue mushrooms. I can always just come back here later when I need more blue mushrooms for bosses, unless I dig them all up right now. And I'm going to eat these butterfly wings now before they go too stale to be not worth it for my hunger. It's a waste of the HP on them, but I kind of need the hunger more right now. Over here, you'll see the muddy biome with a little bit of glitched on blue mushroom trees. The muddy biome is always good to know where it is because it always connects to the ruins every time. Okay, we got enough. Now I'm going to drop this here. Actually, we'll bring this with us. There is a graveyard inside the Ancient Guardian's Labyrinth, so it is good to have a shovel on you. Let's run back. I got a little bit disoriented there. There's a lot of blue mushrooms for later. You always want to have a lot of light flowers before entering the ruins. And you always want to avoid the bat. Now these bats think they're gonna take me out, and normally what I'd do if these bats were chasing me in a normal area is just beat them up with my torch, because they'll get lit on fire and it eventually will kill them. Instead, we're just gonna run away, because I do not want to burn down the blue mushroom forest today. Make sure to always make your helmets beforehand, because otherwise you might have your helmet break, such as one being chased by like Splumonkies, and you can easily get comboed. We're gonna run off this torch. Okay, we're going to use the glitched path over there to get into the muddy forest. Normally, biomes aren't supposed to intersect like that, but sometimes they do when the world can't figure out how to do it. You always want to make your handbat later, like I did. You want to make it as late as possible, because otherwise it will spoil and do less damage by the time you get to the ruins. See over here, we see a bunnyman set piece. There'll be just one bunnyman and a whole bunch of carrots. So we're just going to take his carrot. Handbat actually does not count as a meat item to them, so we are not going to worry about that. Neither does pigskin. Okay, that leads to some sort of rocky biome over there. You can see by the texture that the map was giving me. There's another one over there. So where do we need to go? Okay, we need to go more top left. So we already saw one down here and a cave entrance over here. And normally it's just a straight up branch from where the main branch of the caves is. I kind of went on a side branch, so I need to get back towards the main branch. And they normally connect at the middle, so I'd guess the middle is right here, but it's probably a little bit closer to me than that. Okay, we're not going to need that lantern anymore. There's so many light flowers around here, which is a great time to stock up on a whole bunch of light bulbs for my inventory. 30 should be enough. Oftentimes 40 you might want to bring. Okay. So, we found the ruins. You can tell because there's lichen here. Another way to tell is there could be slurpers, or you could see the underwater pond. I mean, the underground ponds, yes. They are pretty unique looking from the ruins because they give a different fish, and they're supposed to orient you. If it is just ponds, it could also be a toadstool spawn. These pillars are also another good way to tell. So we're just gonna scoop up a ton of this lichen before we get to any dangerous areas. It looks like we're in calm phase right now. You can tell by the blue tint on the background, which is normally a good time to go in, so I'm going to want to get going as soon as possible. If you come in with a red phase, absolutely do not enter there, okay? If you enter during the red tinted phase, you're going to die because everything will want to kill you then. Red phase, nightmare phase. And it lives up to its name. Okay, let's get rid of all our sandy right now. We're not going to need it anyways, and we're going to be losing it anyway. And we need some hunger up anyways. Whatever. Okay, I'm gonna grab these last two pieces because I like my number stack to be even. And let's go. You want to keep your lantern really full because then you can see more. Even fuller than that. Here you see a cave hole. You can grab those with the orange amulet. It's just a side path, won't have anything on it. Although, it will have a couple blue mushrooms, so if you need a couple more of those because you ran out or something. And it'll have a couple pieces of lichen. Oftentimes, those side paths are great areas to build bases because there isn't anything really on them. And so there's nothing to really kill you, or that you have to worry about getting rid of. Oftentimes, you don't want to get rid of things because those are resources that you can take later. Okay, we are in the village biome right now. We were in, I forget what it's called, wilds earlier. Yes, the wilds biome. Village biome always connects the biomes with the actual good stuff. You'll see these slurpers chasing me. They are really, really slow and not very smart. So as long as you keep moving, they won't hit you. If they do hit you, they will just become attached to your helmet and take your helmet off. So you're going to want to avoid that because it can help other enemies combo you out. Also, while on top of your head, they'll provide light and they'll steal hunger from you. So that's one tactic to get out of the ruins if you need light, absolutely, because you ran out of twigs and light bulbs or something. It looks like it turns back to wilds over here, so we're going to go back and search around a bit more. I know the ruins can't be this way because there's obviously cave things over there. Okay, now we got a depth swarm. Those are not fun. They deal a lot of damage when they hit you. They attack slowly, though. You can't hit them while they're underground. And the other enemies don't really attack them very often. Okay, now I am in warning phase. I am in a very dangerous situation. I've got a good 60 to 90 seconds to find the actual ruins before I get stomped on by all these monkeys. This is not good. Oh, and now I have a present plaguing my screen. Lovely. Hey, Klee, could you give us an option to turn these off? Thanks. I just heard a depth swarm come out. 2. Really gotta have your surround sound headphones on for this. Helps a lot with knowing where shadow creatures come from, nightmare creatures. One of these is gonna be a depth swarm. They hide as these often. This will spawn nightmare creatures, not shadow creatures, nightmare creatures when nightmare phase comes. Looks like I've mostly explored the area over there, so I'm going to look for another branch. We got a depth swarm over here. It doesn't look like there's going to be much anything over here. Be careful when you're around the Splumonkies in their normal phase, not to, oh, okay. Yeah, watch out for that. There's depth swarms attacking them. Yeah, make sure not to drop your lantern next to them or any items that you would need. They will take it and run away. Especially armor. Don't drop armor anywhere near them. You'll just make them stronger. Because they will equip the armor or hat or whatever. Just hats. Just hats. They won't equip log suits. Okay, here is our other section. Now, I'm pretty sure we're in nightmare phase now, but I don't really care, so. Looks like we're still in warning phase, about to become nightmare phase. Otherwise, I'd be getting chased. Okay, now it's nightmare phase. So, we're really going to want to avoid the monkeys now. I would not recommend doing this if you have not been through the ruins at least a few times before. It is extremely dangerous. I've oftentimes died doing this. I'm too close. Looks like I'm lucky and got to avoid a couple there. Lichen actually has the fastest spoil time out of any food in the game, so you gotta watch out for that. You can replenish it a little bit by picking up some more. So you can see the path over here, which goes to the actual ruins, but I don't know where the entrance to it is, and I'm trying to avoid the monkeys. Okay, you can hear that our monkey just aggroed onto me because it did its aggro chant. That's another one. That's another one. That's another one. And now I'm gonna have a bad time. Not sure if this is actually the path to the ruins, or this is just a random path. Looks like we got an actual path here. Ooh, okay, yeah, there's Wolfgang's little ability hitting him as his downside. Okay. Now, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to wrestle them all up. Mighty up. Run away. Try and eat whenever I can get a chance. We're gonna wrestle them all up again. Ooh, ouch, that did not work out for me the way I thought it would. I'm trying to get mighty here because I'm Wolfgang. I need that damage buff. I can really go ham on these guys. These guys are extremely strong, by the way, so you really want to avoid confronting a whole bunch of them like I'm doing here. This isn't too many, though. You drop some food for your troubles. Really not worth it, though. Okie doke. So here you'll see a statue. Looks to me like it's got a yellow gem in it. Since we're in nightmare phase, it might spawn a nightmare creature also. Ooh, blue gem. Really hard to tell what gem's in them when you are insane because all the colors get really distorted. So if you're sane by this point, you'll have a little bit easier time checking what they are, but I really would not recommend being sane for this. This is too difficult to be sane in. So right here, we got our nice little knight. We'll kill him so that I can take a statue. We got a bishop coming after us, I can hear. I'm going to want to run away so I can get my lantern up a little bit, and then run back at it so I can mess it up. This guy just thought it could aggro on me and just run away, huh? Got a knight. It's gonna be easy to combo. And easy kill. Okie doke. Let me eat up some of these now so that I can get them out of my inventory. My hunger's full, that's too bad. Okay. I'm just gonna drop the bananas. Probably will find them back later. Eat them up then. Your inventory is going to get really cluttered at this point until helmets start breaking. What you can do to combat that is you can either use a little bit less helmets for the starting inventory, or you can just go and kill things before mining statues. Should be another one here. Okay. I'm just gonna face tank it because I don't want to waste time. Rooks can be used as pickaxes if you don't have enough twigs left or flint to make them. They are very helpful at breaking things if you want them to be. Okay, we got a terror beak. Or nightmare beak. I think it's a nightmare beak, yeah. The difference between nightmare beaks and terror beaks are that terror beaks will restore your sanity if you kill them. Nightmare beaks won't, however. And nightmare beaks will also go away after warning phase has ended. The warning phase after nightmare phase. Now, I am going to eat this butter. Get it out of my inventory. Okay, looks like this one has a yellow gem too. Hopefully I'm right this time. That is a blue gem again. I'm just gonna keep getting trolled by blue gems, I guess. I'm looking for a yellow gem specifically. I don't really care much for the other gems, because I really just need the one yellow gem to make a Magiluminescence. Magiluminescence is a little amulet you can put on. It'll make you faster, and it'll give you light, and it can be refueled with nightmare fuel, so it's extremely useful. It's kind of like getting a cane, except you can get it this early in the game. Once again, that looks like a yellow gem to me. I'm not sure what it is. We need pickaxe. Yellow gem, for real this time, okay. We're going to drop the fragments. Probably we'll find those back later in a second clear. But for now, we're going to go kill the Ancient Guardian. I want to kill this thing so I don't run into it later and get messed up. Gonna grab the Thulecite here. Thulecite's one of the strongest items in the game because it can help you make items that are also extremely strong, so I'm just gonna grab it. And here I'm going to break this down. It's for gears, for wires, gem. You can also get the ruins gems out of them, like the yellow, orange, and green ones, except they're very rare. Okay, so now we're just going to edge along the side and look for the Ancient Guardian. And the edges, because why not? I gotta eat this up before it rots, so we're just gonna do that now. You want to keep your health high as Wolfgang because it helps with losing health in these combat situations. Drop it. Okay, so we're gonna position ourselves in the corner. Oh, well, that's not gonna work out, I guess. Okay. Normally you can just have the rooks kill it, or help you kill it. Wait. Broke one of the gear piles for me. I'm gonna have this other one help me out with the rest of them, because there's really a lot in here. It helps a lot. This is free stuff, so I might as well. You can see the reason why I always use this method when I start out a run is because it's extremely fast for getting late game gear. Okay, we're taking care of him now. You can see my health's getting tanked, which is why I bought the blue mushrooms. Help a lot. If you let your hunger go down, they'll heal a bit more, just because how Wolfgang works. Eat that. A little annoying cookie from the Winter's Feast event. Really wish they'd stop doing events, thanks. Okay, there definitely won't be an Ancient Guardian along the edge there. I don't know how I know how to explain that. I have just never seen him along the edge of that little biome type thing over there before, so I'm not even going to check. think I'm in the wrong biome for looking for the Ancient Guardian, so I'm gonna go back to the village and look for another biome after I've looked around the edge here a little bit more. It's good to get a little exploration in anyways, so it doesn't really matter. Something in my inventory just rotted. I don't know what that was. Probably lichen. When you hear the little dink in your inventory, but you haven't picked anything up, that's what you know what happened. Okay, ooh. Wait just a second. Okay, this thing's gonna be that way. I ate up a little bit there just because I have a little bit better DPS. Got a tank now. Favorite method in the ruins is always just tank and spank. It's very effective on these enemies. They're kind of annoying to kite. Okay, now we have our Magiluminescence. So even if I don't find the full one, I will still have my Magiluminescence, and I won't be too sad that I can't build the crowns. This won't be the full one. The full one is always after a very long path over the void, and it's always surrounded by a couple bishop and 4 nightmare lights. Ouch. Probably shouldn't have run through there, but hindsight's 20/20, so whatever. Right now I'm scouting for an area on the map that could possibly have another entrance to a part of the ruin. Trying to find good areas that just could have it. I'm starting to debate with myself whether this is part of the ruins or not, so I'm probably going to head there first. Really should start using M, but I'm so used to clicking on it. Okay, we're not in nightmare phase. We're good. Right now, the blue mushrooms are holding me over since I kind of need the health anyways, so I'm not going to pick a lichen on the way back. Although, oftentimes you would. If I did have the open inventory space, I totally would. So we're going to check on this little patch right here where I thought had nothing. Might still have nothing, might not actually have nothing. Okay. We just changed phases. I'm not sure if that was warning to nightmare or calm to warning, but I guess we'll see soon enough by whether or not I get attacked by everything. Does look like it's starting to have a path. Yeah, okay, it does. That was a little bit... Oh boy, okay. This is gonna get cancerous. Drop it. Thanks for the food. I'm leaving. Yeah, definitely nightmare face, so. It's weird, it's almost like someone pre-made that spot. It wasn't like randomly generated, looks like. I'm not sure if that's like a new set piece or if I just random. Weird random gen. It shouldn't really spawn this way because that would be going in the little caves section of it, so we're going to want to check up here. But even that's kind of strange because there's another portion over here, so... Okay, we're gonna check along the edges over here because it's starting to get a little bit mysterious. It'll lichen along the way. Bananas are good too. There's just so much food in the ruins. It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, there's definitely not another entrance to ruins over here, so... But there is another village biome, so that's good to know. We're gonna have to take care of these now. Normally you shouldn't take care of these when there are slurpers around, but I'm pretty sure you left. So we're all good. Okay, we're gonna drop the fragments because I don't even have enough to make one whole piece. Splumonkies will steal that eventually. Sucks, but whatever. I'm wondering if it's a split ruins now, which are extremely rare. They're like only a few % chance. It's a bug in the world generation that causes the ruins to split up into 2 pieces rather than just one. It's an extremely annoying bug, and that can often tell you. You'll often figure it out only after you've cleared the ruins because you'll be like, oh, I only got a couple of gems from that. I probably should have gotten a lot more. Oh no. Okay. We are in the bad time now. That is an amount of Splumonkies that I cannot handle ever. So we're gonna have to just keep running until either something else kills them, or they kill me, or they get unturned. But it's okay, because I have to explore around here anyways. So I'm gonna just mind my own thing. Gotta kind of avoid them. Gonna try and lure them through the spiders here. Ooh, got hit there. Gotta really watch out for that, because if one hits you while you're getting chased by this many, it can oftentimes mean game over. Luckily, we've got a depth worm fighting them there. I need to eat here just so I don't run out of hunger before I get there. That hit right there would have hurt me really bad, but it wouldn't have been game over. Now, if a slurper were to hit me, I'd definitely be out. I think I heard a terrorbeak spawn. Okay, they are gone. We are good for a little bit. Slurpers can also attack Splumonkies, by the way. Instead of draining their hunger, they drain their health. But I wouldn't recommend using them to try and attack Splumonkies. They are more aggro to you than Splumonkies, and if they hit you while Splumonkies are chasing you, you are going to die. That's just all there is to it. I'm gonna check back here for 1 second so I can see, just to make sure that this part doesn't have another part with another piece coming off. now I'm going to go check up here just in case. I think it's really unlikely that it would be up there, but I don't want to be the guy who misses one tile and can't ever figure out where the other piece of the ruins is. A couple of mushrooms here. Splumonkies stealing things off the ground. When an earthquake comes, they'll drop all those items, so you can always just run in there and grab the items back. Afterwards, they'll drop them off of their barrels. Now, I know for certain definitely can't spawn down here, but I just want to scout this area out in case it's a good place for a base later. Looks really decent to me. It's got a couple pieces of food, a couple lichen. Although that area over there looks much better with proper penning. Ooh! Is that it? Okay, one tile connects to the rest of the ruins, it looks like. Please don't be a dead path. Yep, this is the rest of the ruins, okay. So this is the sacred biome where we'll find the ancient guardian. The other one is the military biome. There's only one of these on each world. You can tell this one by the fact that it has the little relics at the start. And you can tell the other one by the fact it has the one statue in the middle right there. It always has that. Hopefully I got the names around right. I'm not sure which one's called military and which one's sacred, but this is the one that always has the ancient guardian. So I always want to be looking for this one. That one does have more gems and such though. Okay, here we found the ancient guardian path. You can tell by this tile, this type of tile. It'll always be a straight path in, surrounded by a whole bunch of lichen and all that jazz, and light bulbs. This is a good spot to restock if you need to. I'm gonna grab a couple light flowers here just to make it so my light bulbs don't spoil. There'll be more inside, so we're good. Now this Splumonkie's gonna die if it comes in here with me, so it's really okay. He can follow me all he wants. I need to grab food though, just so I can kill the boss fast enough so I don't waste too much time. Gonna eat it all up, that way I have the speed. Oftentimes I won't open these, but whatever. I don't open those because there's a bug you can do with them to make you have an infinite Thulisite crown. The crown won't have damage reduction like it normally does, but it will still have the invincibility effect that it normally does. So it's really good to use with bone armor. And like I said before, it will not take, this crown itself will not take any damage, even while the invincibility bubbles up. So it'll just get stuck at 1%. Because there is a effect on those that does not work with the ornate chests. They can either make the item's durability go up or down in your inventory. It'll change the durability of everything. It's a very rare effect, but it happens. So you just go through here with a couple of Thulisite crowns, and you open them up, and you're good. Okay, so now what I'm looking for is, this is the Ancient Guardian. He's a boss. He's got 10,000 HP. He's also the easiest boss in the game, like, by far. Even more so than, like, tree guards. But if you fight him wrong, he will absolutely wreck you. Also, there is a chance that you can't fight him with the method I'm about to use. Where you get him stuck and you outdo his reign. I'm looking for graves at this point, where I can get him stuck between. I don't think these two, yeah. He does a lot of damage, so we're gonna want to avoid that. Okay, what can I use on him? Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to use it. Okay, and now, once he comes in and hits me here, I have to make sure to start hitting him. If I am not hitting him, he will be able to hit me with his little whack attack. So I just gotta make sure to keep attacking. Hopefully that bishop isn't after me. If that bishop is after me, I'm going to take a lot of damage here. Oh, it sure sounds like it. Oh, Lord. Okay. We're going to abort the mission. I repeat, abort the mission. I have never had that happen to me before, ever, so, I guess that's something you can worry about now? Literally never had that happen before. First time for everything. This guy made me waste an entire helmet. He's gonna die. He's gonna feel my wrath. Yoink. Okay. I don't believe the Ancient Guardian regenerates health when it leaves like that. So you're all good. That situation. Oops. Sometimes it'll let you squeeze past and you don't really want to do that. Now this is going to take a really long time because he has 10,000 HP like I said. He was one of the bosses that was buffed into kind of being a raid boss, except not really. I believe you can also kill him just by placing down a whole bunch of bees or killer bees, and he just won't know how to fight them. Okay, so we got lucky. The horn did not go off the edge. You're gonna want the horn later for either eating or for using on the Houndy Yeshutius. Wow, that is a very decent chest. I have got to say, I am a fan. Okay, so I can see there's all these graves over here. I'm gonna just go dig them up. Then I can get rid of the shovel, no problem. Probably not gonna take anything from the graves, just, you know, have them be that way. Because once I kill the Ancient Fuel Weaver, all these graves will be refilled. I'll be able to dig them up again. If I kill an Ancient Fuel Weaver a few times, it becomes worth it in the end. Ooh, we will take that blue gem. Oh, here is a better spot to get him stuck on, if he can come this far. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to use that pillar spot. Usually, graves are my favorite, but oftentimes they just will not work. And once in a while, like I said, you will not be able to get them stuck. So, if that happens, if that does happen, I'd recommend restarting your world if you're gonna play it for a long time. Or you can let him charge to the end, hit him 2 times, and then wait for him to charge again while sidestepping him. Okay, that is a red gem. We'll take that. 2 red gems. Nice. Okay, now we're going to get out of here before this ghost keeps attacking me. I don't really got to worry about it. If my health is still after that fight, I don't have any blue mushrooms yet. I usually just eat the horn because normally I'll get another one before you want a Houndy Yeshutius. Really want this crown. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Back this way. Now the key in there you really are going to want much later, so I don't normally grab it. It's for accessing the Ancient Fuel Weaver. So you have to kill the Ancient Guardian and the Shadow Pieces to kill the Ancient Fuel Weaver. But it's totally worth it. Ancient Fuel Weaver gives you an item that lets you control a boss, and it gives you the bone armor, which lets you become invincible every 5 seconds for 1 hit, which can be extremely useful against like bosses, especially with their slow hit time. Makes it way easier to kite them. Cool free stuff. Sometimes this game is all about making the monsters fight themselves, so... Rooks are especially good at that. You'll find food back here sometimes. Nice, free food. from the Splumonkies. Okay, we are in nightmare phase again. It's got to be close to done by now, though. I just didn't notice the phase change. Or maybe it just started. Maybe I'm going to die. Okay, so when you get in a situation like this, you always want to put on a crown if you have it. It's the only thing that can save you from Splumonkies if you get stun locked, because it will make you invincible for a couple seconds. This is why I call Splumonkies the hardest enemy in the game. Ooh! Right there, that would have killed me if I didn't have this crown. Always try and make one crown before you leave. Get me out of here. That's gotta be at least 30 Splumonkies. Okay, that's another one from save lag. Nothing you can do about save lag, you just gotta hope. Okay, yep, I'm dead.